Hi again, everyone. I wanted to show you my completed planner. I'm so excited. I've finally gotten it 99% the way I want it. A couple more things that I have to do, but they don't have to be done anytime soon. I took some, this is the DIY planner that I made using a composition book. Just a regular plain dollar composition book, or $1.50, however much it cost, I don't know. I took some cardstock and covered the front, and I used some washi tape to go over the edges to make it pretty. And I used some chalkboard stickers that I had with a silver Sharpie to customize it, write what it is. This one smudged a little bit, but that's okay. I'm thinking I might later on put some Mod Podge or something over it to seal everything in, but I'm not sure. This washi tape here is trying to come up a little bit because it's on the cloth part of the composition book, so I'm probably going to try to glue that down. But as I said before in my other videos, this is not about perfection. This is about getting something that works for me, and this really does work for me. So let me take you through the step-by-step pages, and you can see what I've done. On the inside cover, I used some gray cardstock and covered the inside, and then I used some other cardstock, just green here, to cover this side. I have this post-it note here that says quote because I want to put some sort of quote here, and I haven't found exactly what I want yet, so I just put this here to remind me to keep looking for something. This is going to be my dashboard for the quotes that I like, and maybe some kind of design or something. Like I said, it's not 100% done, but it's done enough for me to do the finished product video. Then on the inside flap, I used one of those post-it note envelopes that I mentioned in a previous video. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. We've been stuck inside for a week with 4 teenage boys because of the snow. And we're in Nashville, so I can't understand, or I can't even imagine how people in other parts of the country who've been hit with this bad weather, and it's been worse than it is here. Oh, I feel sorry for you. I'm going nuts with these boys. Anyway, back to my planner. The post-it note envelopes that I stuck inside the flap. I just have one page of each of the stickers that I use on a regular basis. I just have those stuck in here so that they're handy for me to use. Because I had used this a couple of other places before, it didn't really stick with the adhesive that was in it, so I just took a glue stick and glued this on. But I just wanted to put the stickers in here because, and just a few of them, because I did not want this to be too thick. So I'll put those back in when I'm finished. Okay, moving on to the next page. This kind of falls off, so I'm going to have to stick this on with some double stick tape. But I just have a couple of post-it notes, a few of each of 2 kinds, and a pad of paper. And I just have this here to make notes on the go if I have this out and don't have access to my big supply of notepads or sticky notes. I just needed a few because I don't anticipate taking this planner with me all the time. I plan on just using it here at the house. And once again, I just took cardstock and covered 2 pages. You'll remember from the one of the previous videos, I glued 2 of the pages together, and that's what I've covered here to make the first flap of the dashboard. And then on the second part where I did the next 2 pages that I glued together, I've made a little pocket. And what I did is I folded the 2 pages that I glued together, folded those down, took cardstock and cut it out this size, glued it here, and I put a border of the washi tape that matched everything along there. And then I love purple and yellow together. And there went the other Post-it note. And so then on the outside of the page that had been stuck together, glued together, I just glued a full page of that, of the cardstock, and then I secured it down here and here and left this open for a little pocket to put anything in that I might need to have with me. So I thought that was going to be a fun addition. And I'm going to put something behind here to prop this up so that it will not have this strange angle. So I'll bring you right back. That seems to be a little bit better, I believe. Also on this page, I took the ribbon and I just pulled it off. I'll have to glue that back on. But I bought some ribbon at the Dollar Spot at Target, just this ribbon, and I glued it here, and I can't believe I just pulled it off. I've had it on there for 2 weeks like this, and it hasn't given me any trouble, and I just yanked it right off. And this is my page marker. I'll glue that back on and washi tape it down and secure it somehow, but that's what I've been using as a bookmark. So I'll pull this off. Okay, then turning here, this is the Year at a Glance calendar that I took just the individual pages from this notebook that magnetic pad that I got from Dollar General. You'll see at the top here it has a calendar, and it had several pages for each month. And then this bottom part is just a notepad that I thought was really pretty. But I just took one of each month and glued it here, and then did a cute little border in washi tape. At least I think it's cute. And I wrote here that it was a year at a glance, and then I can see the whole year. This is not my favorite section. I wish I had done it in a little bit different colors, but it'll be fine. Like I said, this is I'm not really crafty in this regard. I'm more of a crocheter as far as opposed to a paper crafter. So this is fine. It's not as pretty as I wanted it to be, but it will do. Okay, then moving along to the rest of the book. You've seen, I'm going to try to cover up some of the things here. You've seen this part where I put the projects and goals and the calendar and what I've been doing, and then my tab here for the months, each month. And then this is my weekly spread, and you'll remember that I started with the first week of the year, even though it was mid-January before I started making this, because I did want to keep it for going the entire year. And as of right now, I'm using these labels: to do today, YouTube and blog, and dinner. I've gone ahead and put these Post-its all the way through the entire year, but I have not labeled them yet. And I don't know if I'm going to keep those tabs like that for the rest of the year. I may change up the categories. I believe this is probably always going to be dinner. I like having my dinner menu here, so I can, as I'm looking in the planner during the day, if there's anything that I need to get out of the freezer or prep along the way, I'll be able to see it. And I can highlight anything or put a little check mark if everything's done. And I just like having my dinner menu right here. And as you can see, I said earlier that I'm a sports fan, and this is the Nashville Predators schedule, and I write that in each day. I like to know when the games are, so I put the times as well, so that if we're planning something, I can set the DVR to record the games. So then that's how it goes through the month, and I'm going to pull back a little bit because like I said, some of this is private. This is my stuff for this week. I have lots of Post-it notes and lots of lists. This is what I like to do for each week. And typically on a daily basis, I will write the main things in the planner pages, and then anything else that I need to take care of, I'll write on Post-it notes or notepads, and just kind of keep my lists that way. And anything that needs to be permanent, I will put directly on the planner pages. Anything that doesn't, I'll just tear off the Post-it notes and throw them away. Then you see I have March ready for listing everything, and I've labeled everything through the end of the year. Then I have, after the end of the year, I have my last tabs. I have routines, I have notes, I have reference, and I have lists. Now for my routines, I have the weekly stuff that I like to do, my morning routine, afternoon routine, and an evening routine. And I just wrote these on list pads right now because I'm changing them up a little bit. I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to keep them this way, or, sorry, that was my dryer. I'm going to keep them this way or do something else. So I did not want anything in here permanent just yet. But I do like the idea of once I finalize everything, I can write it in my pages, and then later on if I change it, I've got plenty of room. I think I allowed about 7 pages before the next tab, so I can do different routines, maybe create some routines for the children. I think that would help in the morning, getting everybody ready in the morning, creating something for them. And so I can write those here. And then I have a section for notes. I haven't filled out anything here yet. But this I anticipate being something that would not fit in any of these other categories, but just something that I might like to remember. I don't have anything right off the top of my head that I can think of right now that I would put here, but I just wanted to allow some pages for that. And if I decide later on to change the category, this is just, I think I showed you this before, this is a Post-it note tab, and I have a few others, but it just pulls right off. It's repositionable. and then I can just replace it with another tab. Then reference, I don't have anything here yet because, like I said, some of the stuff is going to be private. But I anticipate putting things about the children, about the schools. As we've mentioned before, as I've mentioned before, we're foster parents. So anything having to do with Department of Children's Services here in Tennessee, or anything, any phone numbers that I might need to have on hand, that can go here. I don't really anticipate like babysitter information, having that here, because we foster mostly teenagers, so we don't have babysitters per se. But this would be good for the kids to have too. We do have signs up in our house with emergency numbers and things like that. But if there's anything else that they want, like if we are, sometimes we have to go to a training class for foster parents, and then I might put the phone number of the pizza delivery place, and then they can have that, they can order pizza if they want, or just something like that. So I'll fill this out later, but that's what I anticipate using that for. And then my last tab is lists, and I've started to fill this out. What I anticipate this is like for a wish list. This is going to be a wish list for me, wish list for Ron, and I have a wish list for Eric, and then I'll do a wish list for the rest of the kids. I just started it and I haven't finished it yet. So this I anticipate using for not only gift ideas, if anyone needs to buy us a gift, but also things we might need for the house. Sorry, that was my dryer again. Like I noticed this morning that we have some when I was folding towels, our bath towels are getting, some of them are getting a little worn and tattered, so they need to be replaced. So I can put that on a wish list for the house. And then the next time I find something like that on sale, or someone needs to buy me a gift, then I can say, you know what, I need a gift card to such and such store so I can buy some towels. So that's just going to be something for me, not only for gifts, but anything that I think that would make our lives run smoother, then I can put here. I don't think this will be like grocery lists or anything like that. It may end up being that on a pad of paper. Sorry, I hit the camera. A pad of paper that's removable, like one of those long Post-it notes. It may end up being something like that, but I don't really anticipate it. So I've left quite a few pages here for that. And then we get to the back cover, and all I've done is put another cardstock. I thought about putting another one of those envelopes here, and I may end up doing that, or I may just end up putting some more Post-it notes, or just leaving it blank, or I may put a quote there. I don't know. I just kind of left it blank, and I put a border of washi tape around it. And then the last page is a darker orange, and also another border of washi tape. And I'm definitely going to leave that plain. Like I said earlier, I'm thinking I might cover this with, or put a coat of Mod Podge on top of here and the front side of the planner, just to seal everything in. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might change up this cover. I might leave it the way it is. I'm just not really sure. But I did want, even though it's not 100% done, I did want to show you the planner. I've had a lot of fun making it, and I do anticipate making another one next year. I'm in the process. Sorry, that noise you hear is my dog, Teddy. He's getting into the trash over here behind me. He's such a mess. Yes, you are. You're such a mess, Teddy. I'm in the process now of making another notebook like this that I'm going to use as a Christmas binder. I already have the notebook purchased, and I'm going to use some, let me grab them here, some Christmassy duct tape to cover them. Here is one that has snowflakes on it. And where's the other one? Here it is. It has Santa on it. So I'm going to use that to cover the notebook, and so it'll be obvious that it's a Christmas thing. And then I'll get some tabs like this. I have a few of these, but I'll probably get some more. That's Teddy playing with a peanut butter jar that he got out of the trash. Sorry, my dog is so crazy. That's his favorite toy. Either a pair of socks or a peanut butter jar. He loves it. Anyway, I've got some more of these tabs, but I'll probably will get some more, and then have different things for Christmas ideas and menus, and I will probably make some more pockets like this to have for recipes and coupons and receipts. Definitely will need an envelope or a flap of some sort of pocket for receipts. And so I'm looking forward to that. When I get that done, I will, there's my dryer again. They're saying, come get me. So I will post that when I'm done with that. So I got interrupted again. So I took that opportunity to glue it's not dry yet, so that's why it just came off. Re-glue the page marker back in my book. I may have to get some super glue because this stick glue doesn't seem to be sticking very well, but I'll secure that somehow, even if I have to put some more washi tape on it or something. And then I took some double stick tape and taped that post-it note that kept coming off down. Well, so that's my planner. I hope you've enjoyed the process, watching me build this as much as I've enjoyed doing it, and I'm really enjoying using the planner. It is really helping keep me organized, which is something that I've desperately needed. Thank you so much for watching. Fly high, Pooh Bear.